Welcome to ACF Chefs Forum. We appreciate all of you tuning in today for this webinar and hope you are ready to take a deep dive into dry cured bacon and navigating California Prop 12 for quality product. Now, more than ever, it's important for culinarians to connect, to share, and to offer inspiration and mentorship, which is exactly why we are excited to have experts here with this information just for you, the leaders of the food service industry. Thanks again to Tenderbelly for bringing us today's learning opportunity. Before we begin, as a note, we will be answering as many of your questions as possible after the presentation. Please use the chat function to collaborate with other viewers and use the Q&A function anytime during the session to pose questions to today's speakers. Let's get the discussion going on the chat by telling us where you're tuning in from today. I'm Alan Sterling, American Culinary Federation's Director of Marketing, and here we go. We are thrilled to have two industry experts here with us today from Tenderbelly co-founders Shannon and Eric Duffy, who will share an insider's perspective. In 2010, Shannon and Eric Duffy founded Tenderbelly based solely on Eric's bacon recipe. Over 8 years, they've expanded from Colorado to Texas and Arizona, serving over 2,000 restaurants. In 2018, with a solid investment, they ventured into the retail scene. Now their bacon is a nationwide sensation, gracing the shelves of Costco, Whole Foods, and countless distributors across the country, especially through Cisco.
Hey everybody, Shannon Duffy here.
Eric Duffy here. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for everybody jumping on here today. 45 minutes. We're going to try to make it as fun and entertaining and educational as possible for you. The biggest thing that we want you guys to take away from the session today is how you make Tenderbelly bacon and why our bacon is we think better, differentiated, and why we think it'll help you guys in the end make more money. Like Alan said, 2010 we made Eric had a bacon recipe,
Right? Just thought I could make some bacon and start a business.
Eric's a trained chef and had this bacon recipe. So in 2010 he started showing his chef buddies after graduating chef school, and then I was out of a job, so we decided to. I literally called him from the parking lot and said, "Hey, let's start making some badass bacon and presenting it to the chefs that you know down in Arizona and in Denver." The biggest thing about our bacon, Eric, go ahead and talk about it.
Dry cured for one, or not. That's the main thing. The dry cured bacon. It just didn't interest me when I didn't know much about cooking, and that's the dry cure, the long process. That's what got me into it, and thank God it did, because as you know, or hopefully we'll find out in this video, the dry cure gives you a better eating bacon, better tasting bacon, and a better yield. So you don't really hear about the yield in bacon too much, but we're here to talk about it and what makes our bacon just better.
Yeah. So from there, we're just the flow of the show is we gave you a little intro. We're going to give you a PowerPoint introduction here, or a PowerPoint presentation of why we like our bacon, what differentiates it, some of the other products we have, and then distributors, and then talk about the California and Massachusetts laws that are in place that are probably affecting some of the people on the call. Anybody, you can put this in the chat. Anybody having in California or Massachusetts having problems or working through how to get good bacon? So just go ahead and do that. Gonna share the screen here real quick. Okay, is it going?
Shannon, we've got people from Utah, Louisiana, Arizona, Michigan, Ohio, Delaware, California, Chicago, and South Florida and Utah.
Beautiful. We got them out all over the country. So another thing we're going to do, guys, and we should have done this when we were on camera.
So holiday season.
Holiday season. We got a little contest. We're going to be asking them about 6 questions. If we're having fun, we might even answer more. We're going to be giving away a bottle of bacon fat washed whiskey. The whiskey's been washed with Tenderbelly bacon, and it's a 3-year 95 rye. It's a little side project we have going. Along with that, we're going to send along a couple packs of bacon. Whoever has the best answer, whoever wins the chat contest, that's how we're gonna do it. So figure chefs don't mind a little bit of 3-year rye with bacon fat washing in it. and we'll go from there. So, oh my. There we go. Thought we had this, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. Eric and I. He's the one with the hat. I'm with the cowboy hat. I'm the black hat. They call him outdoor. I'm indoor, whatever that means.
I think getting on the way in the line.
I think you guys can get it. So the big thing with our bacons, and we have a good, better, best portfolio, but we started off with heritage breed, vegetarian fed, crate free, sustainably focused farmers. And that's what we sell at retail and a ton of food service. Because of what's going on post-COVID and the different applications within food service, is that we're doing a good, better, best portfolio. So we have the super high end, but we also have the natural bellies to help hit a price point. Zero fake stuff. We don't use antibiotics, no nitrates. Everything's uncured. And then yeah, go ahead and talk about the bacon.
Besides using the cool pigs and the dry cure process, the simplest, most important thing that I think we do is our rub. You can't see it. I mean, it's the edible rub. I mean, you could do it right now, but if you pronounce every single ingredient on the list, and it's just that old school system of, yes, it takes a little more time, but that's what we're passionate about.
All right, we're gonna do our first little contest here. Chefs,
Yes.
how many times have you decided to make bacon because you thought it was fun, but realized that a week or two later that it was maybe too much work and you needed a better solution that was kind of a higher end solution to buy? So
The start to finish bacon, from raw belly to curing it and smoking it all.
so just put that in the chat and we'll pick out the winner with the best answer. Maybe how you lament that process. Obviously making bacon is not hard, but time consuming and consistency at your level is a little bit harder. That being said, any chef that wants to make bacon, we love that guy. Again, no water added. We have nothing against brine bacon. We actually are going to present one to you here a little bit later, but our signature bacon, there's nothing added to it. So what it allows is you guys and gals to use a little thinner slice that has a different eating experience than most people are used to. Call it center of the plate, call it, dry aged. A lot of people are doing it, but that's what the dry aging process does. We smoke it for 8 hours with real hardwood, not even pellets. We use real chips, and it's just a meatier, more, I don't know, wholesome taste. There's not one flavor in our bacon that is overpowering in one direction. Not going to name names, but it's not only smoke or only sugar or only pepper. It's the combination of, we call it the tender belly terroir, that makes it truly differentiated from a lot of the other guys.
Shannon, we had an answer from Chef Tiffany Vaughn. She said 2 or 3 times.
2 or 3 times. Okay. Thanks, Tiffany. We appreciate it. One answer is all we need. You're getting some bacon and some whiskey. So at the end of the show, just make sure you put your email in there and we'll get a hold of you to send that out. Here's what we think is the real money shot for the yield. Obviously you're selling pieces of bacon, but when you cook it up against, the rest of the national competition, that's how we rate against these guys. Again, there's nothing wrong with these companies' bacons. And we're just trying to show you how ours performs in a yield test. This was done, we paid for it, but Murray Brown did it. There you go. Again, any questions along the way, feel free to jump into that chat and we can stop the presentation to answer your questions directly.
There is a question. What was your first account in Arizona?
Binkley's was the very first account. Very first bacon account that actually bought it after we made it would have been Citizen Public House. Very first one, Bernie Cantact.
If we got any friends from the biz on here that want to mess with us, feel free to jump on there and try to fluster.
But there was a lot of good first customers down in Arizona, so and Colorado. Very, very fun time making and selling bacon.
quick,
And I think from the same chef, a lot of bacon I buy is a little too sweet for my taste, like Newski's.
You're gonna love ours.
so again, we think it's balanced. We use real maple sugar, pure cane sugar, and brown sugar. That being said, you can look at the nutritional label on the back of our bacons, and it literally is 1% bacon, or I'm sorry, 1% carbs from sugar. So it's not overly sweet. It's just that warm maple sugar that flows through. Here's a quick thing on the yield chart and costing of what bacon really costs when it's sitting on the plate. And all of this allows you to use a thinner slice cut. Instead of a 10-12, you can use a 13-17. Or if you're using a 13-17, you can go down an 18-22. Moving on to some of our other products. When you make as much bacon as we do, selling the ends and pieces is we've got to do that to remain profitable and come up with really cool items that are value add. So another contest here. How many people are using, or how many people are making their own bacon jam? Again, you all are experienced chefs and can make bacon jam probably in your sleep, but a shelf stable option that's consistent. And we use 45% ends and pieces in our bacon jam. Comes out to about 44 cents an ounce to use. And that's just straight. Adding
100% yield.
Yeah, 100% yield. And then adding that to an aioli or a mayo or a butter is, even better.
Or just adding anything to that. The base of the bacon jam works really good. I did it at home through some Palisade peaches, not a shocker, Colorado. It was delicious. So a lot of directions that you can go to simplify your day and be more profitable.
Yep. We've got all these item numbers and questions about distribution after we're done with this. Again, we came up with this because we had a ton of ends and pieces around. So this is legitimate. Our signature bacon is in there, and at a 45% usage rate. Most other bacon jams out there are in the 8 to 14. Again, we don't know exact recipes, but from our research, that's what it was. And we use about half the sugar of normal bacon jams.
Shannon, we got a response from Chef Randall Stahl. He loves making bacon jam. He's been making it for years.
We love it. We appreciate and love guys that like to do it at scale, consistency, usages that are maybe not on par with what you can make in store is why we're here doing this.
The food service bag comes in an easy dispensable bag. So if you make it at your own place, you probably don't have it in one of these cool bags.
Yep. So there's just a little quick, again, go ahead and put it in the chat. Any questions on, how we use it, suggested uses, we're happy to share this, even if you don't want to buy our product to use. It kind of helps with just ideating.
There is another question. How chunky is it? Is it smooth like a paste?
It's smooth. It's, again, we didn't want to do this presentation and video at the same time because we'd be small and you couldn't see it. When this is all done, we'll show you the exact product and what it looks like.
It's pretty smooth. I mean, you're going to get some bacon in there, but
I'd say the chunks of bacon are about the size of a half pea to half of a peanut. If you like that explanation. Just a little bit about our supply chain. We don't own the animals. We don't own the plants. We contract with all of them. We go to the farms to make sure everybody's doing it properly, but we don't own any of it. We own all of our recipes. What that allows us to do is just be a little more nimble, bring a little bit more differentiated items to market quicker and a little more efficiently than we think the big guys. None of these retailers were here when in 2019. Our business was 90%, actually 95% food service prior to COVID. COVID hit. We said, oh my gosh, we got to do something. The plan was always to get into retail. So we did super fast. Now that things are straightening out here and people are excited to go back out to eat, we're we're hitting food service hard because that's where our roots are. That's what our how good our products are, because we know the high-end chefs like them. But this is just to give some validity to the fact that we're known on the retail shelves. So chefs like you can put our name on the menu and know that people are going to recognize it and hopefully make a little bit more money, and with the ability to charge a little bit more for a really high quality product that people are used to paying for at retail. Most of our bacon sell for $9.99 to $10.99 at the grocery store. Just a little brag board about our bacons. One of our best ones is our favorite ones is the America's Test Kitchen. We didn't even ask them to, we didn't even know this contest was going on or competition. And we won that. And the other ones are just little articles that, you know, make you show us that we're a real company. Yeah, we truly think bland bacon sucks. I mean, Eric and I, we grew up in Iowa, but we're not farmers doing it like the rest of the guys. We're just a chef and two guys from Iowa that literally wanted to make the world's best bacon, sparing no expense and not knowing how to do it. And really, you know, working with, you know, guys on the left, extreme skiers. The girl on the horseback rider there, she's a professional archer that rides horses and shoots. She's riding a horse down I don't know, a field. It's crazy. So we just really, really, really want to work with people that want to be themselves and do cool stuff.
And the guy on the right there is not an athlete at the bottom.
Yeah, that's sorry, I was just thinking about what our next contest question is. So the bacon hierarchy. Again, all these bacons are good, but by price point, ingredients, raw material, this is where we come in for, and if you want to have an idea of where, you know, presenting to a consumer. We consider ourselves the ultra premium category, and that's at retail and at food service.
Eric, excuse me, you talked
Yes,
in your you talked about your dry rub. Do you use celery seed as a nitrate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We use celery powder only. I mean, that's the only cure we use, but we also use cherry powder as well to help with color, flavor, and a little bit longer shelf life.
Pretty cool stuff if you haven't checked it out.
Some more menu ideas here. Modern Market's using our bacon jam right now, adding it to an aioli. BLTs with the bacon jam and our habanero bacon are unbelievable.
I made it with a carbonara the other night, and it was the easiest dish I ever made. So just to give you an idea of that, you can actually use the bacon jam into your sauce as well. So
yeah, the big thing with our motto is crazy tasty, and it's crazy tasty, and then just a level of quality that is just not standard. So we can't compete with the big guys. We can't be Hormel. We can't be Tyson for getting to the lowest price point. But what we can do is create truly differentiated products that are interesting and kind of, you know, not your mom or your grandma's bacon or sausages.
when we started this, our true plan was to make the best bacon we could. And we didn't have anybody to tell us no or what not to do or what the industry standards were. So for every step, we tried to come up with the best way to make our bacon.
All right. All right, we're going to stop sharing here and just go straight into the presentation. I know it's probably not fun to watch people cook and eat bacon, but that's what a webinar is. So bacon is a currency for us. Anybody that wants samples, you're interested in this product, put it in the chat. We're going to give you our contact information at the end of this and tell us you want to try it. I mean, our best thing to do is maybe talk to your distributor and ask them to ask us for it so we can get our product into that distributor. But, not everybody's going to have it. Asking us for exactly what you want to try, we send it out as soon as we can, and we'll answer any questions you have. So, go ahead. This is our dry cured bacon. As you can see, it's been sitting out a little bit. It doesn't stretch and doesn't have all that like elasticity as normal brine cured bacon. It's about like we said, 13% water weight that we take out. When it cooks up, it shrinks because it has to, because there's still water in it. But you can see it doesn't shrivel up and look like, bacon underwear,
Bacon collar.
Trying to show it to you a little bit there. We leave the sugars on the outside, so it gives a nice little hint of the
Caramelization.
the maple sugar that's we leave on the product. Yeah, watch us eat bacon.
They're really good for you. Been eating it for 13 years.
Yeah, look, he's skinny. Here's the bacon jam. So we sell it at retail. How it would come to you all is in a 65-ounce bag-in box. There's 2 of these in a case. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this.
Super easy dispensing cap.
We'll come up to the screen here and probably but this is what it looks like. The consistency. Any questions about the bacon jam? We'll read off the
Oh,
ingredients.
do have
to you,
another
but-
question. Do you have a
Yeah.
specific size belly that you use?
Yeah, we use 11 to 13s. So ingredients on the bacon jam: uncured bacon, no nitrates added. We got all the ingredients from our bacon. So it's juniper berry powder, cherry powder, cane sugar, onions, red wine, vinegar, water, and then less than 2% xanthan gum. We just got to put that in there to hold it together. Another item we have, I know we talked about the dry curing of our product. That's our bread and butter. That's what we started the company on. That being said, we know it's not the best for every single application. So because of that, we came out with what we're calling our chef's bacon. What this is salt, sugar, and smoke. That's it. And then it's uncured as well. So I'd like to say it's kind of a standard bacon, but the real cane sugars and the real sea salt really kind of give it that punch. It allows you all to do, allow the other dish to stand up, or for you to do your own thing to it. We sell these in slabs as well. So you can cut off chunks.
Alter the flavors to it. If you want to add to it, you can. The curing, the smoking process has been done for you.
Yep. The other item that is turned into that's a cult favorite. We don't sell as much of it, but once you find that right crowd that works, we've got a habanero bacon. I know you can't see anything here. It's the exact same recipe as our signature bacon. All we do is add habanero powder. We also sell that in slabs. People are loving it.
And it's habanero, not jalapeno. It's
habanero. So we didn't call it like mild, medium, hot. It's just the right amount of heat to make you want to eat more and grab a drink of water or grab a glass of milk afterwards, but not be absolutely have your mouth, your palate blown away. Next thing is our spiral cut holiday ham. We have those in about 8 to 10 pounders. Spice pack comes with it that Eric developed. Glaze pack, I'm sorry. For your buffet line, or put it on eggs Benedict. What you do is, you can add water to it, but you can also add some whiskey. You can also add some grapefruit juice.
Orange juice, whatever you guys want. You just need your liquid, but the glaze is, again, good, great glaze, not going one direction too far.
Got it. All right, quick question here. Craziest bacon recipe anybody's ever done. We don't need the full recipe. Calling out the name is all we want to do, all we want to hear from the chat. With that, a couple packs of bacon and a bottle of whiskey, bottle of bacon fat wash whiskey. And quick thing on the bacon fat wash whiskey. So what we're doing is we're buying 3-year 95 rye, and then putting bacon fat in the whiskey, letting it sit there for 4 to 5 days. And then we filter out all the bacon fat. What it does is just leaves a nice mouthfeel and like depth of flavor that you don't have in normal whiskeys. I mean, normal whiskey's totally fine, but that kick you usually get is not it's not there. It just smooths it out. A lot of high-end bartenders, I think these speakeasies are using that type of whiskey. But they're just doing it behind the counter. I know this isn't a bartender show, but I figure chefs don't mind hearing about that. From there, we told you about the yield, told you about our products. The California P12 and Massachusetts Q3 initiatives, you know, it's a big deal. The good thing is that's those type of pigs and that type of offering is what we're about and have been doing since 2010. So we have product that complies to all those standards. So anybody that needs that, from our chef's bacon to our signature bacon to all of our other pork products, like, we have that. So please reach out to us. We've got a full list of item numbers and distributors that can service those areas. The other thing is there's about 14 other states on the docket that are moving towards that same direction. Whether or not it passes or not, who knows? And believe me, I know it's, you know, kind of a pain for chefs to think through that process and how to source it, but just know that we have it taken care of in any type of format of bacon you need, from slice to slab to layout. Let's see here. Distributors. So we're in Dot nationally. Dot Foods will service, they'll sell you one box to your distributor, or they'll send you a truckload. We also ship direct. We're in Cisco corporate build. We're in about 30 different Cisco opcos right now, but being corporate build, we can get into any distributor that is, like, if you're in an area that isn't carrying it, it's easy for us to turn that on. We're also in Gourmet Foods International, that is a vendor approved. And then we're in Baldor on the East Coast as well, that services Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and Boston, New York, Philadelphia, and DC.
All right, gentlemen, we've got some recipes here. We got a list of 5. So the first is pastrami bacon.
Love it.
The second is, I put bacon on meatloaf, basically like chef's bacon. The third is bacon banana bread with bacon fat buttercream.
Whoa, that worked.
The fourth is bacon fat vodka for Bloody Marys. And the fifth is bacon salmon.
Bacon salmon.
They all sound great.
Yeah. I think
I might need the vodka one for the bacon salmon.
Yeah. There might be multiple winners on there. Well, I don't want to ruin it, but thanks for that list, everybody. But there's going to be multiple winners from that list.
Number 6 just came in.
Okay.
Crisp bacon on grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich on sourdough bread.
There we go. Ask that person if it's a menu item or they just do it at home.
Or without this.
Yeah. From there, we just like to open it up to.
We also have southern fried corn with bacon fat and bits.
I love it. That's
the last one. So we will forward you all those names. And Brittany, if you could ask the chef for the grilled peanut butter, if that's a menu item or a home item.
From there, we're basically buttoned up with, you know, our presentation. We'd love to answer as detailed and as technical questions as you have about our products.
Or not.
Yeah.
Product.
No. We know the holidays are coming up. Everybody's super busy. We love having a good time. So if there's anything we're not touching on, let us know. Again, at the end of this, please contact me directly, Shannon at Tenderbelly, or info@Tenderbelly. We're going to have all this information at the end of the chat. to to answer more questions, but request samples. Let us know the distributors to talk to of where to send this, and we'll get
Gentlemen, what temperature is the 8-hour smoke?
Oh, you're getting personal.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So that smokehouse schedule is something that smokehouses have a mind of their own. Our bacon is made in 8 different plants across the country based on the type and how it's packed. Our the highest we smoke it is 132. The time held at 132 depends on the smokehouse, just because of the humidity in different parts of the country can affect that. But the highest we smoke it to is 132. When we first started making our signature bacon, we literally hand rubbed it, put it in a combo, and let it sit there for about 12 days. Super neat way to think about it. Super old way of doing it. All the water sucked out, all the organoleptics go into the belly. As we grew and had, I don't know, 20,000 square foot warehouses filled up with bacon just in there for 12 days, we realized we needed to get more efficient and a little bit more consistent products. So now we do a dry cure tumble and smoke and let it dry cure tumble and let it set to make sure we get a super even commercial penetration of the cure. And then we let it sit there and then we smoke it. So it took our cure time down by more than half, but then gave us a lot more consistent product and a lot better curing.
Gentlemen, I believe you said that your product's available through Cisco.
Yes, it is.
And is that across the entire product line, or is that a few choice?
It's available at Cisco at about 30 different opcos across the country.
Okay.
We are not fully stocked in every opco across the country with our items, but we are listed in the Cisco system to be able to pull those.
The best place to see all your products is on your website?
Yes.
Okay. And if one of our chefs has an interest in a specific one that they can't find at their Cisco opco, they can contact you to find out where it's available.
Yep. Contact us directly and we will get it teed up so that they can have it stocked. A lot of this, you're all probably aware of this. You know, we like to think that we're bigger, but we're not. We're still in that phase of trying to prove ourselves to a lot of these distributors, and everybody knows if something's not selling or people aren't asking for it at a distributor, they're not going to bring it in. So having you guys and gals advocate for us, say, hey, I want this, so that we can ship it to them. That's what we really need.
Chefs, are there any other questions? It looks like it's it, Shannon.
Okay. Well,
Again, thanks for your time. The best bacon you can get, better yield, more profitable, and more fun to work with. So that's me.
yeah. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate your time. Have a happy holiday, and we'll be in touch.
Cheers.
A huge virtual round of applause as we thank Shannon and Eric and Tenderbelly for a very informative presentation. We appreciate you taking the time to share your important insights with our ACF community of culinary professionals today. Great info. If you have further questions, please reach out to Shannon at tenderbelly.com. Please be on the lookout for the survey you'll receive next day or so, which you'll need to complete to earn your CEH. For more inspiration, culinary news, or to register for upcoming webinars, please check out our website, wearechefs.com. Register now for ACF National Convention in Phoenix, July 14th through 17th. You don't want to miss this awesome educational networking event. On behalf of ACF National Office, thank you again to Tenderbelly, Shannon, and Eric for bringing us this opportunity, and thank you for joining us today. Have a great day.